Next, race number 1. Spec Tire E-Buggy.
All right, Spec Tire E-Buggy, track is yours. Track is yours.
Hannah Hamilton. Caitlin Bartlett. Brianna Hyde. AJ Rodriguez. Heath Nave. Rhett Long. Owen Atkins.
All right, I will need the Nitro Buggy drivers out to Marshall, please. Jason Hunt, Carson Phipps, Evan Sides, Dan Thomas, Gage, McCoy, Rick, Zach, Brendan, and Travis. You guys out to the track to Marshall, please. Jason Hunt, Carson Phipps, Evan Sides, Dan Thomas, Gage, McCoy, Rick, Zach, Brendan, and Travis. And if Jason's not here yet or not planning to come, I'm not quite sure. Somebody could take the 1 for him. So usually cover buckets 1 through 10 first, and then I will go up from there. And just lowest number up from there. All right, I don't have a check from Flint or Connor yet. No Flint or Connor. There is no transponder in that car. And was that Flint? Yep, okay. I don't know where the porta potty smell. The wind has changed slightly, but all right, let's we are just about 1 minute or so to go here. Oh, I made a mistake on that. Nope, no transponder in Connor's car. I will do my best to hand count you. All right, on the tone, guys, go ahead and space it out and start racing once I give it on the tone. So we'll get the car 3. Caitlin, if you can get back with those guys. Just kind of space it out, guys. This is the first race of the day, so it'll all be a little chaotic, but just go as in a nice, easy pace. Space it out. Perfect. All right, so we are racing here. This is Spec Tire E-Buggy, so everybody is on our title sponsor, Lugs, the TQs, yellow and blue. The yellow-blue compound, all running the same tire, so take that consideration and thought out of the equation. We have a whole bunch of those tires left for sale today. We were a little bit short earlier in the season. We had to switch up the spec tire, so now we have plenty of them for sale. So if you like the tire, I think it'd be a good practice tire or whatever. And 8-scale tires are expensive. We are selling those tires for $40 a set over at registration, which is $12 off of retail. Thanks to our title sponsor, Lugs RC. So if you like the tire or need a couple practice tires, it is the one for you, possibly. Get yourself $12 a set savings and head over to registration and pick them up for $40 a set. Good luck finding another 8-scale tire out there for that kind of cost. A little bit harder compound potentially, but that was in mind to make sure that we, depending on the heat, we got through the entire weekend without forcing multiple set purchases.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
No, it has started. That's just the, I was adding some timer stuff, so you guys are running. 150 left in this one. Once again, make sure you have transponders. I know a lot of times today with multiple classes and things like that, you are moving transponders around. Just make sure they try to get in the right one and they're plugged in correctly. If there's no transponder counts, caution on that back double on the landing. Choose a side and clear. There's a good chance if it's only you that it is only you and it's not a scoring thing. So caution at the end of the straight and clear. Luckily, somebody was just walking by there. That kept that a little bit shorter. All right, sorry guys, been hand counting this one. Been a little quiet on it, but it is Rhett Long out in front. Justin Shockley in the 2. Flint, Heath, AJ in your top 5. Then Connor, Owen, Caitlin, Hannah, Brianna. The rest of the running order right now. So Rhett out in front. Big advantage on the rest of the field. Now he's got a 16-second advantage on the field. Justin Shockley in that 2 spot. 12 seconds back is how he finishes up. Keep racing until I call you done, guys. Keep racing until I call you done. All right, race him to line, race him to line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. Be careful driving. Do not drive down the track backwards at all. If you need to take an extra lap to get into the pit lane, go ahead and do so. Just don't drive around the track backwards. Just waiting on AJ to finish up. And there he is. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. That is a race. Rhett Long will get the win. Justin goes 2. Flint 3. Heath. AJ your top 5. Connor, Owen, Caitlin, Hannah, and Brianna is the rest of the running order there in Spec Tire Heat 1 of 2.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 2. Spec Tire E-Buggy. Heat 2 of 2. Matt Niemi. Eric Olson.
All right, guys, track is yours. Race 2, track is yours. Race 2, track is yours.
Matt Dortmund. Kobe Harris.
What are you looking for, Hannah?
Kevin Lamb.
5. That's a good question. Where is 5? Oh, 5's over here at the drop down. But Hannah, can you go to 6 since he's on 5? Can you do 6, which is all the way over in the corner?
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, this is live loop all day today, guys. 1 minute to the start of this race. So once that 1 minute is expired, you'll hear the tone go off. That means the next time you cross that race line, you are officially on the clock and racing. However, if that first person who starts the clock goes all the way around and completes his first lap before you cross that line, you will have a long first lap. So make sure you kind of time your races correctly. We have 30 seconds to the start. 30 seconds till that loop officially becomes live. 30 seconds. So we're going to try and water after about every 3 to 4 races is going to be the plan today.
Start of the race.
So we're going to run water after Spec Nitro. Caution on the exit of the Twisted 6. Caution on the exit of the Twisted 6.
Less than 5.
Less than 5, drivers. Less than 5. Maybe. There it is.
Jordan Hestness. Michael Smith. Joe Scales.
Just dragging a few transponders in there, so don't stress out about hearing names called.
Dylan Allison.
All right, so early on in this one, it is Matt Dortmund leading him around. Hessness in the 2, Kobe, Matt Niemi, Joe Scales, Kevin Lamb, Dylan, Eric, Michael, and Zach. It's just 1 or 2 laps in, though, so we got a lot of time left to sort this one out and see exactly how we're doing here in your Spec Tire e-buggy class. These guys are trying right now to beat the TQ time currently held by Rhett Long of a 9 and a 5:25. Right now it is a 9 and a 5:12 pace for Dortmund. Out in front, Dortmund also with that hot lap, 34:193. The man who built the track this weekend out in front. He's been running laps in his head since he designed it. So a little bit of an advantage for him there, but he finds himself out in front. Down the straightaway he goes. Car number 4, Matt Dortmund, your current leader. Jordan Hessness in the 2 spot. He's 6 seconds back. Then Joe Scales now up to a 3 on that loaner vehicle. Maybe just enough of an itch to keep him keeping those HB Racing Cars, but he finds himself up in third now on a 9 and a 5:27 pace. And then it's Dylan, Kobe, Kevin, Matt, Zach, Eric, and Michael Smith running in the 10th position now. 9 lap runs for your top 4 drivers. That's Matt, Jordan, Joe, Kobe. Then it's an 8 lap run, 8:5:01 for Dylan. Dylan, not a ton of track time
2 minutes left
so far, so he'll start to learn the track a little bit as we go on through the day here. Oh, car off the back of the track. And Rhett gives the old signal, she done. Yeah, a little broken shock up there in the front side. Dylan, I'll need you to get a car number on for round number 2, please, after the resort. Eric not getting a ton of track time either, coming out getting that late arrival practice, finds himself running in that 9th position. Eric, a long-time racer, been around with him for a long time. Thank you, Matt, for driving to the end there. Thank you, good job. I was quick on the penalty finger with that one, but you solved it yourself.
1 minute left.
One minute to go in this one. Matt Dortman out in front. He is the only driver on a TQ pace currently, is Matt. 9 and a 5:24 for Hessness will put him in third overall. No, Jordan jumps up in front now. That 24 is actually better than the 25 of the current TQ time. So it'll be Matt. Now Joe Scales jumps up there as well. 9 and a 5:23. So does Matt, Joe, and Jordan on TQ pace. Dylan on a 9.534. Kobe on a 5:37. Then it's Matt, Zach, Eric, Mike, and Liam, the rest of the running order. Right now, Matt, Joe, Jordan, Dylan, Kobe, Matt Niemi, and Zach McIsaac in this heat are looking to run a top 10 run in round number 1 as they run right now. Reminder, the main's going to be top 10 plus 2. Those 2 are going to have to bump out of a lower main tomorrow morning. So it's just best to get yourself into that, straight into that triple. A main. And if you think today is busy, just wait until tomorrow. Caution right there. That was a running out of skill, but let's not collect our leaders as Matt gets collected there, but he has a pretty big advantage. Race him to the line, drivers. Race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. 9 and a 5:17 will be the TQ for round number 1, Spec Tire E-Buggy.
.45 seconds to the start.
Caution in the Twisted 6-pack. Caution in the Twisted 6. And we're just waiting up on Kevin to finish. Kevin Lamb is the last car live on the track. Everybody else is done.
30 seconds.
Oh, and Kevin is the one that's broke. So that's all done, all stop. All done, all stop. That is a race. Matt Dorman gets the win. Joe Scales in the 2. And Jordan 3, Kobe 4, Dylan, Matt Niemi goes 6, Zach, Eric, Michael, and Kevin. So Matt goes 9 and a 5:17, but Joe and Jordan fall off of TQ there towards the end. I didn't see what happened to him. Maybe a little bit of tangle with some back markers. A 9 and a 5:29, so it'll be Rhett Long going 2 for the round. Let's see if we can do a top 10 real quick for that round. Top 10 for the round is going to be Matt Dortman, TQ, Rhett Long 2, Joe Scales 3, Jordan 4, Kobe 5, Justin Shockley 6, Dylan 7, Matt Niemi 8, Zach McIsaac in the 9, and Flint Nash will round out your top 10 for Spec Tire E-Buggy in round number 1. All right, Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy, track is yours. Track is yours. Spec Tire Nitro, track is yours.
Jacob Hudson.
Kaya, before you guys leave, can you bring me like 3 waters?
Carson Phipps, Brendan Bartlett, Jared Kazokria,
Marshall's out, please. Marshall's out. 1 through 10 should be covered. 1 through 10 should be covered. Please cover buckets 1 through 10 first. Kevin, choose another bucket. 1 through 10 first, please. 3 or 7. You were car number 3, so yeah.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, loop is live in 1 minute. Loop is live in 1.
Rick McCreary.
Waiting
Justin
from a check
Shotley.
from Eric Phillips and Danny Joliffe.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
He's here. Yeah. Broke. So Danny is broke
30 seconds to the start
with
of the
his
race.
spec tire nitro buggy. So just waiting on a check from Eric Phillips. 20 seconds, drivers. Make sure you plan your fuel.
15
Make sure your
seconds to
fuel
the start
stops
of
were
the race.
covered. Eric, you're okay. Just drive around. If you're good, just race. I'll get you when you cross.
Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. All right, so this is, there is no penalty, but Jordan Hessness Marshall, this is where I need you to be on your game. And Michael Smith should be on the 2 in the back. I don't know where Michael is. Michael should be on the 2 in the back. Thank you. So that is a freebie, guys. Nope, my Marshall can't go. Where you got it? Yeah, I need you on the 5. Perfect. Thank you. Whatever car number Jordan is, that's what bucket you go to all weekend.
Eric Phillips.
All right, it is Rick McCreary, top 25 RC, out in front right now. Carson, Brendan, Jacob, Rhett, Eric, Justin, Jared, and Danny. I saw Jared running around, but I don't see the pink antenna moving around the track anymore, so Kazakria pulling it off already. So Brendan Bartlett now takes up that top spot. Rick, Carson, Jacob, Rhett, Justin, Eric, Jared, and Danny.
2 minutes left.
So McCreary back to the top spot now, 9 and a 5:18.4, 5:19.8 for Brendan, Jacob on a 5:20.4, Carson on a 5:22.9, Rhett on a 5:27.7, Eric, Justin, Jared, and Danny. So top 5 drivers on a 9-lap pace right now. We see that to be a pretty good, quick little pace.
1 minute left.
With 1 minute to go, your leader, Rick McCreary, in that white and real light greenish blue down the straightaway right now for him. Heading into the back section of the track. Brendan Bartlett only 2.3 back right now. Then it's Carson, Rhett, and Jacob. Your top 5 drivers separated by less than 10 seconds. 9.4 seconds to be exact, and Rick gets caught up as Carson made a little mistake on the drop down, but Rick kind of got the worst of it. So Rick on a 9.5.18, just 0.9 of a second back now is Brendan, then Carson, Rhett, Jacob, Justin, Eric, Jared, Danny. Well, the rest of the running order in this one. We'll see if McCreary can hang on. Keep racing until I call you done, drivers. Keep racing until I call you done. So McCreary and Bartlett do finish up, and it will be McCreary hanging on to it by 0.3 of a second here so far. Race him to the line, race him to the line. When you cross the line, drivers, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. Race him to the line. So Rick McCreary is going to get the TQ here in the first heat of your Spec Nitro. We'll see if anybody else can challenge that coming up in race number 2. But it's going to be McCreary, Bartlett, Phipps, Hudson,
Spec Tire Nitro Buggy,
Long, Shockley, Phillips, Kazacria, and Joliffe, the running order in that one. 9-lap runs for your top 5 drivers. Top three cars, McCreary, Bartlett, and Phipps. McCreary, Bartlett, and Phipps will go through tech. Top 3 cars, McCreary, Bartlett, and Phipps. We'll need to have Joe or Brittany Scales check your tires before you go to the pits, preferably. Carson, take your car to tech.
Austin Azure.
So McCreary, Bartlett, Phipps, cars through tech inspection, please. Race 4 track is yours. Race 4 track is yours.
Jordan Hestness. Evan Sides.
I was out there.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, 30 seconds, drivers, 30 seconds. Make sure you
to the
have your
start of the
fuel
race.
plan. Make sure you have your
Nate Clark.
fuel plan, please.
Julian St. Marie. Randy Sides. Zach McIsaac. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
15 seconds, 15 seconds, drivers.
Matt Dortmund.
I need my marshals out. 4 and 8 are missing. Rhett, I need you to go to your car number, please. Rhett, you're 7. Or no, go to 8 for me, Eric, right in front of me. All right, guys, we've had a couple of Marshall snafus here to start the day. Right here, Eric is fine. So make sure you go to your car number, please. So we are racing in the second heat of Spec Tire. They are chasing that time of Rick McCreary, 9:05:17. Once again, we are in track work after this. We're in maintenance following this race. So Dan Thomas on a 9 and a 5:17 pace. New TQ pace for Thomas, just 1 lap in. 5:21 for Sides. That is the Evan variety. Then Dortmund, Austin, Jordan, Nate, Julian, Zach, and Randy. Dan Thomas backs that second lap up with an even quicker lap. 9:5:16 for Thomas. So watching Dan yesterday in practice, he was looking pretty good. We'll see if he can put it down here in the first round of qualifying. Remember, drivers, if there is a faster driver coming up back on you, or you just don't have it this round, hold a wide racing line, let them underneath. The water schedule will stay pretty consistent throughout the day, where we water right before race 1 and we'll kind of run through race 4. So the track conditions these guys are getting right now is probably going to be the fairly similar track conditions. Spec Nitro guy is going to be getting the driest of the tracks in this second heat. So Dan, Matt, Jordan, your top 3. Austin running in the 4. Then it's Nate Clark, Julian, Evan, Zach, and Randy, the rest of the running order. The entire field about 15 seconds apart right now with 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
So Jordan coming across the line right now. That is currently running 3rd position. Oh, your leader rolls it over. Gets a nice little factory roll, though. As car number 6 comes across the straightaway. 5:20 is his pace now, though. He has fallen off of that TQ pace. So right now, Rick McCreary out in front looking to take TQ and Spec Nitro here for round number 1. And Austin Azure off track now. So he's done here for round number 1 in Spec Tire Nitro.
1 minute left.
1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Matt Dortmund now takes that top spot on a 9:5:20. Thomas with a 40-second lap last time. And falls quickly off a pace. He went 35, 34, 35. And then a couple of rough laps on the last couple. So Matt, now your leader with Dan Thomas running 2. Jordan Hessen is still in that 3. Nate Clark is climbing up the leaderboard in that Techno vehicle, up now to that 4th position. Oh, he'll jump. Yeah, he'll stay in 4th. Just 0.2 of a second behind Hessness. Then it's going to be Julian running top 5, Evan 6, Zach 7, Randy Sides in the 8, and Austin Azure in the 9. Race clock has expired. Keep racing, though, drivers. Everybody keep running. Keep running. Keep running until I call you done, please. Keep running until I call you done. Track maintenance following this race. Track maintenance following this race. Top 3 will go to technical inspection. Or, as they say in Europe, scrutineering following this one. Oh, Evan had a good little line there. Just clips the pipe. Race him to the line, guys. Race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. Evan, Zach, and Julian all done. You're going to go ahead and run a cool down lap if you need to. Get back into the pits. Dan Thomas will take the win, though. He will get by Dortmund. Dan, Matt, and Jordan all separated just kind of right there at about 6 seconds. Nate Clark will hang on to the 4. Julian goes top 5. Evan, Zach, Randy, and Austin off track. All done, all stop. All done, all stop. I need Dan Thomas, Matt Dortmund, and Jordan Hessness to technical inspection. Matt Dortmund, Jordan Hessness, and Marshall's back out, please. Zach should be on the 1. Evan Sides on the 2. Matt Dortman on the 3. The Marshall for Jordan Hessness should be on the 4. Nate Clark should be on the 5. Nate should be on the 5. Dan the 6. Randy Sides should be on the 7. Julian should be on the 8. And Austin should be on the 9. Evan, 2 is back there. You want to swap your dad? I can't. You think I can hear what you're saying? I can't hear what you're saying. And 1. Zach McIsaac or Marshall should be on the 1. Perfect. Austin, you're up front here where Justin's standing. All right, guys, just was letting a few of those spots kind of soak in. Things are looking pretty good. Race 5, track is yours. Race 5, track is yours.
Jared Kazokria. Red Long. Jacob Hudson. Shane Brookscat. Michael Hudson. Danny Jolliffe. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Loop is live in 45, drivers. Loop is live in 45.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
15 seconds. Loop is live in 15.
Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. All right, I got to start from all drivers. Start from all drivers here. All right, you're going to hear some names, and they don't mean anything. Keep driving, drivers. Keep driving.
Starkey. Carson Phipps. Dylan Allison. Travis Itter.
So Jacob Hudson leading this one around on a 9, 5:03, 5:07 for McCoy. Carson on a 5:14. Rhett, Michael, Travis, Danny, Shane, Jared, Dylan, and Eric. Your red plate points leader right now, Carson Phipps, going through the twisted six-pack. Drifting it way wide.
Two minutes left.
But Hudson with a 2.7-second advantage on McCoy. Carson right there in the 3. Then it's Michael Hudson, Rhett Long, Travis, Danny, Dylan, Jared, Shane, and Eric. So once again, we do have hour-long breaks in between each round. That'll hopefully give you a chance to wrench, get your stuff cleaned up and ready to go for round number 2. But during the rounds, it is bang, bang, bang. We are kind of go, go, go. So help each other out. Get your marshal spots. Ooh, 4 truggies all going down the drop down on the right. Let's make this clean, guys. Work together, work together. So your leader down the straightaway right there goes 35.4. McCoy 3.8 seconds back. McCoy in that little pack of trucks on the left-hand side of the track now heading into the infield. Rhett Long running 3. Carson, Shane, your top 5. Jared, Danny, Michael, Travis, Dylan, and Eric. Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway. Clear. So your leader in that green and orange truck heading on the left-hand side of the track, entering the twisted sixes right there with Rhett. And back into that big gap double. Go your leaders. McCoy running in the 2. He is behind that mix as well. Rhett running in that 4 spot. He's in that little 3-truck race. Master clock has expired. Everybody keep racing until I call you done, though. Do not stop till I call you done. Race him to the line, race him to the line. When you cross the line, your race has expired. Oh, Jacob with a little bobble there on the last corner, but he had a 5-second advantage, so no harm, no foul there for him. As we'll head into race number 6, E-Buggy. And that is a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Jacob Hudson will get the win. 9 and a 5:03. TQ for round number 1. McCoy Starkey goes 2. Carson Phipps 3. Rhett, Shane, your top 5. Jared 6. Then Michael, Danny, Dylan, Travis, your top 10. Race 6, hold for me, please. Race 6, go ahead and hold, please, for a second. Hold.
The race is completed.
All right, race 6, track is yours.
Up
Race
next,
6, track is
race number
yours.
6. E-Buggy. Heat 1 of 2. Andy Mace.
Eric, were you broke? Okay. I was worried like you were way back there. I was like, does he know he's supposed to be on? And I was looking on the stand, so. Oh, okay. All right.
Azure.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing something that was making you miss it. You're 8, so Travis, you're 11. Right next to Mike.
Matthew McCorkle.
Yeah, 6, Jacob, way back right corner.
1 minute to
Where
the
the
start
little
of the race.
blonde-haired man is there.
Kevin Lamb.
Danny, that's not you. Danny, you're on 5.
45 seconds. To
5
the start
is
of
on the
race.
drop down, all the way on the other side of the track. You're fine. No run. We got 40 seconds till the loop is live. So you got 160 feet in 40 seconds. We got that.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Dylan, yeah, come into the 3, Dylan. Yeah. You're clear now. More so that corner, yeah,
15
because you got
seconds to the
Travis on
start
that
of the
other one.
race.
Yep, perfect. All right, guys, we got about 5 seconds.
Less than 5.
So this is race 6, first heat of E-Buggy on the track right now. Race 7 will be the second heat of E-Buggy. We will then do again a quick water. So again, we're going to do watering every 3 to 4 races all day long today until the track decides it doesn't need to take any more moisture. And we have those 10-minute breaks built into the schedule already, so that'll give you guys a chance to get a little cars back on chargers. Behind you, Eric. Perfect. Thank you. Caution in the 6-pack. All right, we got our first laps starting to come across here, and I got some transponders to drop in there, so ignore the names real quick, guys. Sorry.
Connor Warren. Brendan Bartlett. Heath Nave. Jordan Hestness. Zach McIsaac. Kaylee Itter.
I might have somebody run in here that doesn't belong in this one. Yeah, I'm going to add you to this race, McCoy, but you are not in this race. This is race 6. McCoy was in race 7.
McCoy Starkey.
Just because it's e-buggy and you've run a few laps there, but didn't catch it in the check-in process. But Brendan Bartlett has the lead here. Jordan in the 2, Austin, McCoy, Kevin. Now Brendan and Austin in a little battle for the
2
overall
minutes left.
points championship. Brendan Bartlett with the TQ and wind here at this track in round number 1 of the WERC Series. So right now he is sitting pretty to take home that overall series championship, but Austin was able to go 98-97, I believe, or 99-98 in the rounds 1 and 2 and puts himself atop the leaderboard right now. He is the red number 1 on the plate, but Brendan going to try and do something about that, and that something is to possibly TQ round number 1, and he finds himself out front right now with Austin, Jordan in the 3, then McCoy, Kevin in the 5, Heath, Andy, Zach, Connor, and Kaylee in the 10, and Matt running in the 11. Remember, if a faster driver comes up on you, give him a little bit of room. Oh, a couple of guys trying to work around some cars there in that sweeper section. Ends up causing the rollover.
1 minute left.
With 1 to go. We follow around your points leader a little bit coming down the straightaway. Back double section goes Austin. He is currently out in front. 9 and a 5.16 the pace. Bartlett on a 9.520. McCoy in the 3. Jordan in the 4. Jordan continuing to run quick laps. Jordan's been around the game for a while. It's been fast for most of it. Finds himself still out here battling in a top 4 position right now. As we get a couple of cars off track, it's Austin, Brendan, McCoy, Jordan, Kevin, your top 5, then Andy, Heath, Zach, Connor, Kaylee, Matt, the rest of the running order. Race them to the line, drivers, race them line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. Caution on the straightaway. Still waiting on a few drivers here, but Austin Azure will take the TQ here in round number 1. Brendan goes 2, McCoy 3, Jordan, Kevin, Andy, Zach, Heath, Connor, Matt, and Kaylee. And Kaylee finishes up there. No, Kaylee off track after 4 laps. So, oh, Kaylee got 6 laps. That was Matt with 4. Matt off track.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 7.
As we head into the second heat of your e-buggy class, we're going to be shooting for that TQ of Austin Azure of a 9 and a 5.15. All right, race number 7, track is yours. Race number 7, track is yours.
Matt Niemi. Eric Olson. Gage Tweedy. Matt Dortmund. Kobe Harris. Flint Nash. 2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right. All right, Marshall should be back out, please. Jordan was on the 3. Jordan Hessness was on the 3.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Zach, you were car 2, which is back
45
corner.
seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Michael Smith. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Travis Itter. Less than 5.
All right, loop about ready to go live here in race number 7. So we are chasing the TQ time of Austin Azure on a 9 and a 5:15 pace. 9 and a 5:15 is the pace here for E-Buggy. Race number 7 on the track right now. Water will follow this, followed by E-Truggy. Then we'll end the round on your Nitro Buggy division. Oh, Matt Dortmund's buggy did a little funky wiggle in that coming out of that corner. It almost looked like an electrical gremlin, but he continues to drive around. Now he's out in front of this one on a 9.513 pace. That is a TQ pace right now for Dortmund. A big thanks again to Matt for the track build this weekend. Awesome job by him. Couple of real technical sections, couple of big floaters. Get those 8-scale cars really up in the air. And just a great surface, well packed and managed by Matt this weekend. So we're looking forward to keeping that going. So it's Gage out in front now. Gage, yeah, there's a little bit of a weird lap in there, but it gets averaged out. So Gage, Matt, Travis, Kobe, Matt, Nemi, Eric, Michael, Jason, the rest of the running order. So Matt, Gage, Travis, Kobe, Flint, Matt, Nemi, Michael, Eric, and Jason.
1 minute left.
So 4:30 down, 30 seconds to go. Dortmund takes it back over. Gage, Kobe, Travis, Matt, Nemi, your top 5. Then Flint, Michael, Eric, and Jason. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done. Keep racing until I call you done. Matt goes 34.3 that time by as he's out on one of his final laps. That is his best lap of the race, so still picking up the pace here for Matt Dortmund. Once again, we're going to go water, then E-Truggy, then Nitro Buggy. Water, E-Truggy, Nitro Buggy. Then we'll have a break, and we'll get ready to go into round number 2. All done, all stop. All done, all stop. That is a race. Matt Dortmund will get the win, 9 and a 5:17, but Austin is yours, 9 and a 5:15. We'll take the TQ for round number 1. Gage goes 2, Kobe 3, Travis, Matt, Nemi, Flint, Michael, Eric, and Jason.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 8. E-Truggy. Heat 1 of 1.
Water now. All right, Matt McCorkle lost a dog bone in in his car. So if you happen to be walking the track doing some marshal work or anything and see a dog bone lying around, let Matt know so he could try and get that car fixed up. Oh, maybe we got it right there. Rhett says, ask and you shall receive. All right, I do need my marshals to return to the track now, please. Marshals return to the track. Matt Dortman on the 3, Gage on the 8, Kobe on the 7, Travis on the 10, Matt Nemi on the 2, Flint on the 1, Michael on the 9, Eric Olson on the 6, and Jason on the 4. Travis, if you could do the 5 for me instead. The 5 is all the way over in front of registration, Kaylee. Since McCoy ran in the wrong haste, we don't have a 5 in this one. So Marshall's back to the track as we finish letting a few of those puddles soak in. The big tires of the Truggy do a good job help beating that track back in and getting rid of those puddles as well. So it'll be nice that E-Truggy is going to be coming up onto the stand now. And we'll get you guys onto the track in just a second. I do not have a 4 of Jason Hunt. There is no Jason Hunt here this weekend, so if I could maybe get a volunteer on the 4, which is just in front of the big blind hump there. So 1 marshal on the 4. We need a volunteer for the 4. Jason Hunt is not here this weekend. I do like the positions of everybody else, but I will need a volunteer marshal on the 4 possibly. All right, race number 8, track is yours. Race 8, track is yours. These guys don't have a bunch of cars, so we might be able to get away with it. Kobe can be quick over there. Oh, no. Dylan just got a really bad idea. I saw it in his head. I saw the light bulb go off. E-Truggy, if anybody could do it. There it is. Robert decided, I know what we're thinking. I'm going to make this double a triple up to the flat there. So, Matt Nemi, keep your eyes on the prize. Just about 40 seconds to go in this one before the loop goes live, drivers. 40 seconds till the loop goes live.
Robert Bartlett.
And I do have a check from
Eric
all
Phillips.
drivers. Fifteen seconds, drivers. 15 seconds.
Less than 5.
And the first cars are across the loop, and welcome to the A main. These guys will get to run those triples. It'll be a nice little filler to get a couple of minutes, 8 minutes time to get some other guys ready to go. But it does create one small issue of needing volunteer marshals each and every time. 1 through 9 is a really good number. I like having 9 cars. It seems on the track right now, 9 is really good coverage for most of the racing surface. So when I have 5 trucks racing, that means I am going to need 4 volunteer marshals throughout the weekend following this class. I appreciate any and all support you can give us in that regard, but we will need 4 volunteer marshals following E-Truggy all weekend long. E-Truggy had a bit of a moment. Snohomish E-Truggy, very large turnout. Your red number 1 plate, Justin Shockley, Going to try and take home a series championship today. He's not running his normal paint scheme. Now I got to figure out what chaos he's causing me in my head here. Oh, he's also the one not running the correct car number on his front of his windshield. Do you? Is it? Oh, it's on the roof. I follow directions, just not really well, says Justin. Finds himself currently running in that 2, trying to chase the top qualifier, and I won't even say his name because I already did the announcer curse. As Andy rolls it over there, he was out in front. Justin in the 2, Dylan 3, Eric and Robert 4 and 5. Robert, the man behind the One Army. All of those accessories for your racing needs. One Army, a sponsor of the WERC Series this year, and we appreciate their support as we get this thing kicked off and off the ground. And you can find the One Army tents over there on the back right-hand side of the track. Stop by to see all their different motor mounts, brackets, and all the accessories to help improve your racing performance throughout the weekend. Justin Shockley now out in front, so your top points leader is also currently your top qualifier in this one. As he runs that little green and blue truck with the yellow wheels in the yellow wing up out of the Twisted 6. Dylan Allison, nice little clean lap out of the Twisted 6 as well into that double.
2 minutes left.
With 3 down, 2 to go, 3 down, 2 to go here in qualifying round number 1. Justin looking to take that red number 1 to a top qualifying position here in the first round of qualifying at the Wildy Events RC Series, also known as the WERC Series. So we are here at just, you know, tell your significant other, had to go to work this weekend. I would not be lying. Nobody asked you to spell work or ask you what work entailed. But we're putting in work here, and E-Truggy is on the track right now. We're going to finish off with our 2 Nitro Buggy classes to end off round number 1. Then we'll go into that break. That break, for the most part, the track will be closed. I am leaning towards opening it for the first 5-10 minutes of that break period for open practice. But that will be it. Then the track will be closed for most of that time, so we can water as needed. But if you'd like to test for the first 10 minutes of the lunch breaks, you can do so. But then the track will be closed. So right now, Justin Shockley, Dylan Allison takes over that top spot from Justin. Justin goes 39.5 and Dylan goes 34.6. So that 5-second difference on that lap right there means a change in position at the top of the leaderboard. Andy Mace running 3, Eric and Robert in a battle for that 4 and 5 position. Top 3 going to earn awards this weekend, though, so there is a little bit of something to race for. Only the top 3 ending up on a podium step this weekend. After those 8-minute-long AAA mains coming tomorrow. As the master clock expires, all drivers keep racing until I call you done. Keep racing until I call you done. Race him to the line. Now, E-Truggy drivers, race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done, and that concludes your round 1 of qualifying. Looks like Dylan Allison is going to take the win here in race number 1. Justin Shockley backed up that awesome, not so awesome 39 with a not so awesome 40.6. So he'll fall off of that 9-lap run into an 8-lap run. Guys, the track is still live. Please do not come into the pits until the track is dead. Please do not come into the pits until the track is dead like it is right now. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. And Dylan Allison will get the win and TQ here in round number 1. Justin 2, Andy 3, Eric and Robert round out that run. So before I release these guys, I will start to ask the question. I do need 4 volunteer marshals on spots 6, 7. I might actually have pulled somebody out, so let me double check here.
The race is completed.
Please hold race 9. Please hold race 9. Hold.
Race number 9. Nitro Buggy. Heat 1 of 2.
So I need a volunteer on 2, 7, 8, and 9. 2, 7, 8, and 9. I need marshals on 2, 7, 8, and 9. 2, 7, 8, and 9. I know Justin will take that after he's done Fuel and Shane, so I'm okay there. But I need volunteers on 2, 7, 8, and 9. And I need my E-Truggy drivers to their respective car numbers. But I need marshals on 2, 7, 8, and 9. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Joe Scales. Eric, you are the 4, which should be right in front of the 3 blind mice corner. Thank you, Kevin. All right. Nitro Buggy track is yours. Nitro Buggy track is yours. I just need a volunteer on the 2.
Joe Hudson.
And we will be good.
Red Long. Jacob Hudson. AJ Rodriguez. Julian St. Marie. Austin Azure. Shane Brookscat. Nate Clark.
$110 to the start of this one. Oh, $110 to the start of this one.
1 minute to the start of the race. Joe Hudson. Nate Clark. Red Long.
45 seconds, plan your fuel. I do need somebody on the top of 2. Somebody on the top of 2, please.
Julian
That's
St.
okay
Marie.
for this time, Jordan, because we have not qualified yet. Next round wouldn't be, but we're okay for this round. I need a marshal on the 2. I got
Shane
30
Brookscat.
seconds. I need a marshal on the
30
2,
seconds to the start
which
of
is
the
top
race.
right section of the track.
Austin Azure.
Awesome, thank you.
$15 seconds to the start of the race.
Loop is live in 15,
Jacob
drivers. Loop
Hudson.
is live in 15.
Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. Looks like Julian will be our pace car. He'll start us off here. A little bit of a pipe clip there for Julian as he goes down the straightaway, but we are racing in race number 9 of 10. It'll be a fun little weekend with 10 heats and then a little bit of a break. Get yourself wrenched, chit-chat with your fellow racers, then right back into it with round number 2. Well, I believe that's Jacob rolling it over on the back left-hand side of the track, coming out of that little sweeper floater. And he was your top car so far in this one with just 2 laps in. And Nate Clark running in the 2, Prig shot the 3. And just as I say that, Nate goes upside down coming out of the twisted 6. So Jacob able to hang on to that top spot, though, even with that corner marshal mistake. So that Hudson was on absolute rails there as AJ rolls it over in the twisted 6-pack on the entry jump. And Shane makes a mistake in front of Jacob. Shane currently up at that 2 spot. So it's going to be Jacob, Shane, Nate, Julian, and Rhett, your top 5. Austin, Joe, and AJ, the rest of the running order in this one. These guys got to try and set down that early TQ time. The track's only going to get a little drier for those next group of drivers. So maybe an opportunity right now for somebody to lay down a good number that can't be touched. After the resort, all the fast drivers will be sorted together, so they'll all start working on similar sorts of track conditions. Shane with another mistake exiting the twisted 6. That's a couple in a row. So Prigshot will look to clean that up as he continues to run in that 2 position.
2 minutes left.
Right behind Rhett. Rhett currently running in the 4. And then in front of them is Jacob and Julian. So 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. Jacob, a 4.5 up on Shane, who's 1.4 up on Nate. The pace is at a 9 and a 5:12. 5:21 for Shane. Nate Clark at a 5:23. 5:27 for Rhett. 5:29 for Julian. Then it's an 8.5 flat for Austin and Joe. AJ on an 8 and a 5:36.
One minute left.
So with 35 seconds to go, Jacob Hudson still out in front of this one. A 7.3 second advantage now, Jacob. Also run away a little bit in the spectator class, but announcer curse again as Jacob all over the place there. But not a 7-second bobble. It will close the gap just a little bit, but not enough to make a difference so far with 15 seconds to go on that master clock. It's going to be Jacob, Nate, Shane, Julian, and Rhett, your top 5. Austin, Joe, and AJ, the rest of the running order. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done, though. Keep racing until I call you done. 4.3 seconds. Nate Clark running in that second position now. 4.3 back of Jacob. Race him to the line. Race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Just waiting on Austin and AJ. Everybody else is done. Just Austin and AJ. Everybody else is done. So Jacob Hudson going to set the TQ 9 and a 5:14. Nate Clark 5:19. 5:21 for Pragshat. 5:21 for St. Marie. Rhett Long on a 5:23. 5:29 for Azure. 8.5 flat for Joe Hudson. And AJ on an 8.5:37. That is a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. All 8 drivers to your positions, please. And just because I'll need the spot, if Jordan Hessness's volunteer marshal could do 7 for me on this one, if you could do 7, the Hessness volunteer, come out and do 7. Spot number 7 for me, please. 7 is back in the very back of the track. Not a bad spot at all. So everybody else will start making their way out to their corner marshal positions. And if race 10 could hold for me just a second, I'll let my marshals kind of make their way out to the track. Oh, Nate took 7, so what was Nate? Nate was 4. Oh, Nate is on 4. Never mind. He's where he's supposed to be.
The race is completed.
All right, race 10,
next,
track is yours.
race
Race
number
10,
10.
track is yours. Track is
Nitro
yours.
Heat 2 of 2. Zach McIsaac. Brendan Bartlett. Carson Phipps. Evan Sides.
Joe,
Travis Itter.
can I get you go to 3? And then Julian is on the wrong bucket, but he's okay there on the 5. We got the 7 covered. Okay, I do got the 7 covered.
1 minute to the start of the
Perfect.
race.
1's covered. 9. 6. I need 6 covered. So Rhett Long,
45
I need you on
seconds
the
to the
Rhett.
start
If
of
you
the
could go to
race.
the 6 for me, Rhett. Perfect, thank you. All right, guys, 40 seconds. Make sure you have your fuel. 40 seconds, 40 seconds. Make sure if you need it, you have it.
30 seconds.
Get
to
those
the
fuel
start of the
stops
race.
in.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Dan Thomas. Rick McCreary. McCoy Starkey. Gage Tweedy.
So Carson, McCoy, Brendan, Evan, Rick, Gage, Travis, Zach, Dan, Jason, and Jordan. So Carson Phipps, Brendan McCoy, Travis, Rick McCreary, your top 5. Excuse me, Rick's down in the 9. It was Gage in the top 5. Then Dan, Evan, Rick, Zach, Jason, and Jordan.
2 minutes left.
Carson, fast lap of the race. And Brendan, McCoy, Travis, Gage, your top 5. Evan. Now Dan Thomas moves to 5. Gage down to 6. Evan, Rick McCreary, Zach McIsaac, Jason, and Jordan. With 1 minute to go, Phipps on a 9, 5:13, Bartlett 5:16, McCoy 5:8, McCreary on a 5:37, then Zach on an 8. Phipps out in front of this one. And Taylor Wonder, Carson are going to be trying to keep racing until I call you done. Taken down on the track, so to the Spectire Nitro guys, just be aware you're going to be 4 races in. Likely you guys will have a fairly dry track by the time we get to Spec Nitro. A great job again by Dortmund. It's absolutely beautiful racing surface right now. McCoy Starkey by 1.77, battling for that 5 position here on their final. Still trying to finish. No, he'll lose another position down to the 7. And that is going to be it for round 5:14. Carson 5th, Rhett Long 7, Brendan Bartlett goes 8th. Hold him down. All right, guys, I'm racing again at noon. We are racing, I believe the schedule at noon. Let me double check. You're there. Ready to go back at 12. Another. wildy.liverc.com. It should all be posted. Remember, there is a resort. Some of you will change heats, some of you will change car numbers, and there are a lot of one for me, out corner marshal. The track, Spec Tire E-Buggy to the track. Hudson, Carson, Phipps, McCoy, no, please. We'll get our round 2. All right, race number 1.
Owen Atkins. Brianna Hod.